Heavy firing between state security forces and armed miscreants in Palel, leaving 3 Manipur commando personnel injured, several agitators injured and 1 killed during scuffle with Assam rifles. In yet another firing, 15-year-old girl hit by stray bullet in Imphal West District's Kautruk Mayai Laikai. Injured girl rushed to Sija Hospital. Thobal amasung Kaching District Apunba Takdal called a 48-hour public curfew in wake of Palel firing and scuffle incident. And Governor Anusuya Uiki says government is making efforts to facilitate return of displaced people from Torbung, Kangvai and More to their respective villages. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin. I'm Colonel SHAMBANDURAM, bringing you the top stories and latest news at this hour. Well, now the news in details. Heavy exchange of fire was reported between state security forces and armed miscreants in Palel area near Molnoi village in Technopole district this morning. 3 Manipur commando personnel sustained injuries in the encounter. They are said to be in a critical condition. Injured commando person R.H. Somokanta from Sugnu Sifai, Eld Nongdam from the Chongtham Kona and K.H. Puren from the Samaram Mayai Laikai. A combined team of Kaching District Police and Thobal District Police rushed to the scene to take stock of the situation. At least 4 unidentified armed miscreants were likely to have been killed in the firing. There are also reports that some houses were set ablaze in Palel area and sounds of bullets could be heard amid the billowing smoke. As soon as getting information about the firing incident, a large number of locals headed for the venue. They were intercepted by Assam rifles on their way near Forest Bid office in Laimangai, Chingjin. Intense scuffle erupted between the troopers and agitators. Agitators tried to bypass the barricade of headquarters of 26th Sector. Assam Rifles on their way. Assam Rifle resorted to opening several rounds of blank fires to control the mob. Altogether, 20 persons were hit by stray bullets and 1 of them succumbed to bullet injuries on his head. The firing and scuffled incident left more than 80 people injured. They were rushed to Jeevan Hospital, Kaching. Those who had sustained bullet injuries were referred to other hospitals in Imphal. It is worth mentioning that today's gunfight is the first ever violence reported in Palel since Manipur violence that erupted on May 3. Palel, which is situated in the adjoining of Kaching, Technopole and Chandal district, has been peaceful since the past around 4 months. And in breaking news, there is a report of 2 people killing in the incidents. Two out of the 4 individuals who had sustained bullet injuries were brought to Raj Medicity for treatment and 1 at RIMS Hospital. Injured persons admitted at Raj Medicity were 43-year-old Thongam Angaucha from Thobal Wangmataba, Mathak Laikai. He suffered gunshot wound on his abdomen. The other injured person admitted to Raj Medicity is 38-year-old Samurai Latpam Satyam from the Kairak Mamang Laikai. He suffered bullet wound to his hip. The third person with bullet injury admitted to RIMS is identified as 37-year-old Soibam Nanau from Salungpham. He suffered bullet shot on his head and is informed to be in a very critical condition. In the scuffle, about 50 persons, including women, suffered injuries as Assam rifled fat tear gas and wielded lathis upon the agitators. Six Merapavi volunteers who sustained injuries during the scuffle in Palel are undergoing treatment at Janim's Hospital in Porampot. They are informed They are identified as 57-year-old Mutum Tamfra from Palel Mayai Lekai, 57-year-old Langpok Lakpam Bino from Palel Thongwangma, 42-year-old Hidam Inautombi from Samurao Makha Lekai, 55-year-old Longjam Sumiti, 47-year-old Longjam Yumjang, and 43-year-old Longjam Thamila, all from Wangoi Thaunaujam Lekai. Wangoi MLA Kuraijam Loken has visited them at the hospital. In yet another unfortunate incident today, 15-year-old girl was hit by a bullet that was reportedly fired by armed cookies in Imphal West District's Koktruk Mayailekai. The 15-year-old girl was in her house when she was struck by the bullet at around 11 a.m. She was brought to Sija Hospital for treatment. Some of houses in Koktruk villages are suffered damage from the firing. Expressing their frustration, villagers questioned the silence of government in the wake of such attack.
Ngasi ayuk akhoi Koktruk khulda pung 12 makhai amuk taba matamda akhoi Koktruk khulga thangnariba Bethel amadi akhoi sport university gi maningda lejariba harau thel khul somdagi kuki militant sing law lerga pung 12 khare lakuse akhoi Koktruk khulda nomai kaptharaki maduda akhoi gi khungangi akhoi gi isan sing ama mayumda mai phumungda hippaga phammerga like sum pale jo kanda mangonda smaina makongda maru ma pale Koktruk ki mathakta leiba singida bunker leidiba akhoina nongambadi yenga sumi he thorpo uba mafam ase hoji phauda state portion in thopidre Kambupi district sing as high Kambupi district sing Kambupi DC leibi ba Kambuduna karigi the makta masi in thopiduna.
Thoubal amasung Kakching District Apunba Takdal called off the 48-hour public curfew which kicked off last midnight. The public curfew was cut short by 5 p.m. today in view of tense situation prevailing in Palel. Addressing the media today in Thoubal, Takdal convener Waikhom Jotin said the proposed 2-day public curfew was shortened as it is giving inconveniences to volunteers who are heading towards Palel area. He maintained that Takdal has been working towards bringing together all the civil society organizations in Manipur. He called it unfortunate over some civil society organizations not supporting the public curfew. During the public curfew, effigies of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Home Minister Amit Saha, Manipur Chief Minister Nongthom Bambiren and BJP Manipur Pradesh President A. Sarada were torched by curfew streak.
Pung Nipuga Nipangi, public curfew of Sekiba do Masi Kudaki have the Pung Manga the Gi, curfew the Tenere Maramdi, Masi, Tagdalgi Murunchana Leriba Kakching District, Palel Hariba Zaga Sida, Kuki Kulai Pibasingna, Mitsam Manipuri Singda, Yellow Missingda, Kut Tarakudagi, Land, Horokudagi, Haugi Akanba Lambamo Ikidana, Hariba, a Koi Pung Nipuribangi, curfew Sina, a Koi Lan Asida, Tisap Maram, where a guy Nasigi, public curfew, say, a Koi Haugi Pung Manga Tabamatam the Gi, a Koi, Growth of Sere.
Normal life came to a standstill in Manipur, particularly in Valley area, owing to the day-state-wide public curfew called by Thoubal and Kakching District Apunmulupt Takdal. The public curfew begins early this morning till evening. Takdal announced the public curfew during a one-day public convention on No More Politics, No More Violence Against Innocent Life that was held at Sapam Community Hall in Thoubal on September 6. Commercial establishments including Imakait held in Kwairamban, Pauna Market, Thangal Market, other marketplaces and shops in Greater Imphal remain closed. Educational institutions were also shut down and passenger service vehicles stayed off the road. Takdal had earlier made an appeal to the public to support the public curfew by coming out on street and burning down effigies of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Home Minister Amit Saha and Chief Minister Nongthom Bambiren. Responding to the call of Thoubal and Kakching District Apunba Looped Takdal, public curfew supporters staged sit in the middle of the road and block movement of vehicles. They also burned down the effigies of state and central leaders with the Palel incident in the backdrop. Protesters also blocked national highways. Women folks in Awang Sekmai also took out protest on National Highway number 2 by burning the effigies of 10 Kuki MLAs and Mizoram Chief Minister Zoramthanga. Protesters expressed their dismay over 10 Kuki MLAs who are demanding separate administration by cozying up with Mizoram Chief Minister but are still drawing their salaries from Manipur government. Mairapaibi women of Nagamapal Phagwai Sangbam Laikai also burnt effigies of both central and state leaders. Protesters burned the effigies of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Home Minister Amit Shah and Manipur Chief Minister Nongthoma Bireen. They also expressed their disappointment over leaders who are holding on to their position when the state is undergoing a major crisis. They added that Mairapaibis of the locality will support all agitations that follow when government fails to bring peace and normalcy in Manipur soon. Mairapaibi women of Singjamai Chingamakha Khetri Laikai Yaifalamjing Lubt also burned the effigies of a Prime Minister, Union Home Minister, Chief Minister and BJP State President. Members of Wangkai Maihobam Apunba Lubt also come out near Lizard Library Club in the Wangkai Maihobam Lampak and torched the effigies of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Union Home Minister Amit Shah, Chief Minister Nongthoma Bireen, BJP Manipur Pradesh President A. Sarada and Mizoram Chief Minister Zoramthanga during the public curfew. Soibam Laikai Awang Mairapaibi Chaukat Thauranglup also burned effigies of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Union Home Minister Amit Shah, Chief Minister Nongthoma Bireen and BJP State President A. Sarada as BJP-led government failed to bring a solution to the ongoing violence in the state. Speaking on the sideline, one of the Mairapaibi named Yungkham Bijenti questioned the government about its hidden agenda as it has failed to bring a solution to the crisis even after 4 months. Protesters chanted slogans demanding removal of Assam rifle from Manipur to safeguard the territorial integrity of Manipur and also to bring back peace and normalcy in the state. Representatives of Maitai Iraicha Kanba Athoba Salai Taret set ablaze effigies of all the 10 Kuki MLAs, including Minister Nemcha Kipgain and Minister Letpao Haukip as a part of the public curfew today. The effigies were torched at Wangkai Kaithela Sangbi, condemning that the 10 Kuki MLAs had meeting with Mizoram Chief Minister Zoramthanga. Maitai Iraicha Kanba Athoba Salai Taret demanded immediate resignation of all the 10 MLAs. Speaking on the sideline, Maitai Iraicha Kanba Athoba Salai Taret's convener Guru Mayum Kadamtala called it unfortunate that the 10 Kuki MLAs had sought help from Mizoram Chief Minister Zoramthanga to realize their separate administration's demand. She also blamed them for bringing chaos in Manipur. Patsoi Part 3 Apunba Mairapaibi also set ablaze effigies of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Home Minister Amit Shah, Chief Minister Nongthoma Bireen and BJP Manipur Pradesh President A. Sarada during the public curfew. On the other hand, a release from Federation of Civil Society Organization Fox Manipur says it does not support the 2-day public curfew being called by Tagdald. Kokomi claimed the attack carried out by armed miscreants at Palel today, just a day ahead of G20 summit to be hosted by India, is an attempt to malign the image of Manipur in the front of the whole world. The committee urged the centre and state government to look into the matter. Speaking to media today at United Committee Manipur's office in Imphal, Kokomi coordinator Jitendra Ningomba accused that Suspected Kuki militants were involved in carrying out the attack in Palel. He also condemned the Assam rifle for handling women in the scuffle. Jitendra lamented that the centre and state government have failed to resolve the crisis, which has already crossed 4 months.
Adum khangне mayamna hojik Manipur gi miyam sing le sentiment se maska hogdragari tambangam da thokdo om sung sung soidun thorkani habasi kokomina lengta central government amadi Manipur government da akoi gi thamjari aduga amurom da hojik leiriba sangsil le khongjang asina leibiba Manipur ima iram leiriba ifurup mayam sangsina akoi yengnaba kanano akoi gi Marup Karano Hana Kangaga, Yangnabada Landana Honesi, Madunabeda, Isili no Odiba, Eko Maselgi Marakta, Kanaguman Sinchep Taraga, Eko Masel Marta, Koi Shaunaba, Nedaba, Penadaba, Tongan, one took my Ampiraga, Kobilano, Honor Gibomam Sinchigi, Eko Section Minasi, Heduna, Kokomigi, Mike de Gileba, me and the Sutamzeri.
Now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you news on Manipur governor giving assurance of government's efforts for safe return of displaced people from Torbung, Kangwai and More to their respective villages. We'll be back with details after the break. Until then, keep watching Impact News.
Manipur gi ahanba dedicated cancer hospital AOI Babina Speciality Hospital da medical oncology, surgical oncology, advanced operation theater ga loinana cancer patients sing da affordable cost da mapung faraba care pisari side effect hantaba Manipur gi ahanba Lineage Halcyon radiation machine gi khudong chaba pangbigani cancer khangdoknaba amasung stage lepada sizinaba PET CT scan machine so hospital asida lady tumor board phamduna patient singi laying pathapta ahenba khudong chaba loinana health card ki khudong chaba su bizari mayam gi damak AOI Babina Speciality Hospital, Sajiwa Kabisoi, Imphal East.
Caesar City Dental Hospital gi Mari Suba Foundation diga Mari Lainana September tang Mari dagi Nipan Fauba free dental consultation pangthok cheragani. Experienced dentist singa free consultation tobagi khudong chaba lobi ho. Relief camp te leiba angang singi wina free treatment pizagani. Adongi ya nungaitaba fazahaningba yengthok hausi.
Welcome to the Classic Hospitality Training Institute's Aviation Management Program. Equipped with cutting-edge facilities and guided by industry experts, we nurture your potential. Our students are recognized worldwide for their skills and professionalism. For admission, call us at 0385 2422 115 or 690 935 8685. Or visit us at Hotel Imphal by the Classic, 3rd floor North AOC, Imphal West, Manipur.
Admission open. Prime Coaching Institution Changangai Uchekon class 11 and 12 science ki coaching lagnaba September taramathoidagi hauzeragani. Haiba institution asi tongan ba institution singdagi ningthizena train tawraba amade experience leiraba oza singna takpi tambigani. Amade ningthina semjin sajilaba tongan ba ka singda bathroom toilet yauraba boys hostel ki khudong sabasu phangwigani. Comet Harvard amasung Messi School singa yamna naknaba bafam amasu oidi.
Koi Sanupina ne, BSc Nursing Tamning Habito, Yari Bokta Leba, Universal College of Nursing Hidden Amalady, State Bank of India, the education law, Lorga Tambay Haina.
Sing Badu the Nini.
Sing Badu Sumana, Tamalorka and the Mana, Tabaka Toraka and the Magi Tagi, Tolop to the guitar Tagi in Kalasuya Haina.
Makogi hostel, Makogi practical Nakarai that of Doriba.
Hostel Sune, Nupana Pitongan Tambada Natana. Infrastructure goes practical to come warning I later. Rims the Tani, I know.
Last day,
too.
Welcome back after the break. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin. Moving on with our bulletin, Manipur Governor Anushriya Uiki says government is making earnest efforts to facilitate the return of displaced people from Torbung, Kangwai and More to their respective villages. The governor said this during a visit to the relief camp opened at the complex of Thangmaiban United Club TUC today. Governor Anushriya Uiki further added that government have started work to construct temporary houses in order to shelter displaced people before they return to their original villages. She said government will provide free education to children who are in relief camps. Government is also discussing about providing cooking gas to the people who will be staying in the temporary shelters. Speaking further, Governor Anushriya Uiki urged people to not take laws in their hands as government will take action against all the wrongdoers.
बहुत जल्दी ये सारी चीज़ों करने के लिए हमने कहा है शासन स्तर पर ये कार्रवाई अभी टेम्परेरी, जब तक आप पूरी तरह से यहाँ पर पीस की स्थिति न हो जाए तब तक हम टेम्परेरी सरकार को कहा है कि एक 2 कमरे का एक अस्थायी तौर पर आपको विष्णुपुर के ही पास में, मौर्य के पास में ही आपको वहाँ पर ही करीब वो बनाए जा रहे हैं और बहुत जल्दी आपके परिवार को वहाँ पर टेम्परेरी, और फिर जहाँ पे आपका मकान था कुछ लोगों का जल गया है, वहाँ कुछ सामान आपका पूरा वो हो गया है छोड़कर, वो सब चीज़ों की व्यवस्था सरकार के तरफ से दी जाएगी। टेम्परेरी आपको वहाँ पर अगर आपकी इच्छा होगी तो वहाँ पर भिजवाएंगे, और जब तक नए मकान आपका नहीं बनकर तैयार होता है, वहाँ पूरी सुरक्षा नहीं हो जाएगी, तब तक आप अपने परिवार के साथ सेपरेट, इंडिपेंडेंट, अलग वहाँ पर रह सकते हैं।
Displaced people who are currently taking shelter at the residence of Kundrakpumt MLA T.H. Lokeshwar in Sagolmang urge government to facilitate their return to their respective villages. Convener of the relief camp expressed worry that Manipur crisis could not be contained even after 4 months. There are pregnant and lactating women in the relief camp.
सरकार असना स्टेट तमदी सेंट्रल पालिबा सरकार असना खंगसन उसनादे मओंदा मारनाय अखोय सिजरसुन हाइबे मओंदा थवा सादा लेबसे सुगि मतिक फेंदे अखोयगी नमदमसि लेरिबा समजरबा प्रजा कया असि मिलु पिरांग कंगदना सुगि मतिक वारबने अदुबो मसि फाव मसिगी अदुगुम सोलुसन अमा पुरकनबा होनदबसि असुगि मतिक सरकार असना तौरिबासि पेनियाय ओइदे.
As part of the ongoing relay protest meet called by United Protection Committee Nambol since August 13th, demanding implementation of NRC, removal of Assam rifle, restoration of peace and normalcy and endorsing Manipur's integrity, Yumnam Kuno Mairapaibi along with Wahing Kuman Mairapaibi carried out protests at Nambol Bazaar temporary market shade today. Awang Ziri Apunma Mairapaibi will take over the relay protest later at Nambol Haukaitil, followed by Nambold Makha Mairapaibi. White coat ceremony for newly admitted RIMS MBBS students of 2023-2024 batch was held today at Banting Hold of RIMS Imphal. RIMS Director Professor G. Sunil Kumar Sharma, RIMS Medical Superintendent Professor Ann Sanjeev along with Dean Academics Professor Brajen Akoijam graced the event. During the ceremony, students were coated with white apron as a mark of welcome to medical fraternity. Students also took oath of commitment. Speaking on the occasion, Director Sunil Kumar Sharma said that students should serve the mankind without any personal interest and must render selfless service towards humanity. Civil society organization Sunbird Trust gave edibles and relief materials to 9 relief camps which are open in Churachandpur district. The trust donated blanket, mattresses, mosquito net, emergency lamps, baby food, baby diapers, adult diapers, sanitary pads, first aid box, exercise books and sports kits to relief camps. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi held closed-door meeting with some members of European Parliament in Brussels on Thursday, marking the start of his 3-nation European tour. According to sources, the human rights situation in Manipur was among the topics that were raised during his meeting in the Belgian's capital. This comes against the backdrop of a resolution entitled India, the Situation in Manipur, which had been adopted by the European Parliament in July. The discussions in Brussels, which were not listed on the official parliamentary agenda of the day, were described as successful by opposition party sources. India in the past has said that the Indian authorities at all levels, including the judiciary, are well aware of the situation in Manipur and and are taking steps to maintain peace and harmony and law and order when the European Parliament adopted a resolution on the human rights situation in India with particular reference to the clash in Manipur. Ministry of External Affairs spokesperson Arindam Bakshi in July said European Parliament would be well advised to utilize its time more productively on its internal issues. He added that such interference in India's internal affairs is unacceptable and reflects a colonial mindset. Well, that's all we have in this bulletin, but before we wind up, let's take a glimpse at the headlines once again. Heavy firing between state security forces and armed miscreants in Palel, leaving 3 Manipur commando personnel injured, several educators injured, and 2 killed during scuffles this summer. In yet another firing, 15-year-old girl hit by stray bullet in Imphal West District's Kautrup Mayai Laikai. Injured girls rushed to Season Hospital. Hawala amasung Kakching District Apunba Takdal called a 48-hour public curfew in wake of Palel firing and scuffle incident. Governor Anushriya Uike says government is making efforts to facilitate return of displaced people from Storbung, Kangwai and Moray to their respective villages. Thank you so much for being with us. Coming up next is Primetime Manipuri Bulletin. In the meantime, have a great evening and always stay safe.
Sri Sri Gaurachandra Namaha. Pudbashram Dekhoigi Iraktati